RBI Bank NPA ratio at 6-year low, but fintech exposed system to new risks. Net non-performing assets (NNPA) ratio also fell by 70 bps during 2021-22 and stood at 1.7% at the year end. The Reserve Bank of India's RBI Financial Stability Report (FSR) said banks have reduced GNPA ratio through recoveries, write-offs, and reduction in slippages. The asset quality of the banking system has improved with gross non-performing assets (GNPA) ratio declining from 7.4% in March 2021 to a 6-year low of 5.9% in March 2022, the RBI said on Thursday. Net non-performing assets (NNPA) ratio also fell by 70 bps during 2021-22 and stood at 1.7% at the year end. The Reserve Bank of India's RBI Financial Stability Report (FSR) said banks have reduced GNPA ratio through recoveries, write-offs, and reduction in slippages. Under the assumptions of no further regulatory reliefs as well as without taking the potential impact of stressed asset purchases by the National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited (NARCL) into account, stress tests indicate that GNPA ratio of all banks may improve from 5.9% in March 2022 to 5.3% by March 2023 under the baseline scenario driven by higher expected bank credit growth and decline trend in the stock of GNPAs, among other factors, the FSR said. If the macroeconomic environment worsens to a medium or severe stress scenario, the GNPA ratio may rise to 6.2% and 8.3% respectively. The report added, the provisioning coverage ratio (PCR) improved to 70.9% in March 2022 from 67.6% a year ago. The slippage ratio, measuring new accretions to NPAs as a share of standard advances at the beginning of the period, declined across bank groups during financial year 2022. Write-off ratio fell for the second year running to 20.0% in 2021-22. However, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said, like most other emerging market economies, EMIs, and even some advanced economies, the Indian economy is facing significant spillovers from the evening global conditions. The innate strength and resilience of our micro fundamentals is catalyzing a steady recovery. The financial system is well capitalized and returning to profitability. The corporate sector is gauged with stronger bottom lines, he said in the report. The external sector is well buffer to withstand the ongoing terms of trade shocks and portfolio outflows, he added. Notwithstanding the challenges from global spillovers, the Indian economy remains on the path of recovery. Through inflationary pressures, external spillovers, and geopolitical risk warrant careful handling and close monitoring, the RBI said. Concerning about the financial technology fintech industry, the FSR said the advent of fintech has exposed the banking system to new risks which extend beyond prudential issues and often intersect with other public policy objectives relating to safeguarding of data privacy, cybersecurity, consumer protection, competition, and compliance with AML anti-money laundering policies. The report also said tech, big technology firms can scale up rapidly and pose risk to financial stability, which can arise from increased disintermediation of incumbent institutions. Moreover, complex intertwined operational linkage between big tech firms and financial institutions could lead to concentration and contagion risk and issues relating to potential anti-competitive behavior. Regulators and supervisors face a challenging balancing act between innovation, friendliness, and managing risk to financial stability, which requires more engagement of stakeholders such as regulators, the fintech industry, and academia to work towards common principles for management of fintech activities, it said. The Indian fintech industry, which is amongst the fastest growing fintech markets in the world, was valued at 50 to 60 billion dollar in 2020 and is projected to reach 150 billion by 2025. India has highest fintech adoption rate globally, 87%, receiving funding of $8.53 billion in 278 deals during 2021-22. Cryptos a clear danger. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das on Thursday termed cryptocurrencies as a clear danger and said that anything that drives value based on make-believe without any underlying is just speculation under a sophisticated name. While technology has supported the reach of the financial sector and its benefits must be fully harnessed, its potential to disturb financial stability has to be guarded against. As the financial system gets increasingly digitalized, cyber risks are growing and need special attention, Das said in the RBI's FSR. The RBI's digital currency is expected to be unveiled in the coming months.